Why do people choose Livesey Solar? And who chooses Livesey Solar? So I think you might be surprised to find out that we actually work with a wide variety of people in the healthcare industry. So we work with individual practitioners, with surgeons, with clinics, with practices, with hospitals, with multinational medical device companies. And so we have quite a broad repertoire of people that we help, but actually they're all tied together within a theme. So I think if we can share maybe, Rod, our values with people, I think that would give them a good understanding of what ties all of this together.
Sure. So the very first thing that we know that really resonates across people who choose us and whom we choose to continue working with is the act of showing courage. And that is our first value, show courage. Showing courage means taking a stand, sticking your neck out, deciding that you have enough value to put yourself out there and say, you know what, I'm worth noticing. I'm worth people becoming aware of. And we find that people who courageously approach their business tend to really stick with us and get on with our ideas.
And our second value is called Give a Damn. And what that means to us is that we deliver quality work by the due date. And I think that's obviously very, very important to our clients. But this one for us has been with us from the very, very beginning. I think give a damn to each of us maybe means something slightly different, but I will summarize it by saying we basically imagine that your practice is our practice. And we have worked in the ground for many practices all over the globe. And when we're working with you, we literally have your hat on, we're wearing your scrubs, we have your logo in our minds on our clothing while we're making your marketing materials, and we really embody your practice.
I'd say a third value is to be a light. And what does be a light mean? It sounds a little bit woo-woo, sounds perhaps esoteric, but in reality, it's about being positive. And it's about looking at things from an optimistic perspective and thinking about problems in such a way that comes from a solution-finding mindset. And, you know, in any kind of relationship, whatever the type, not every day is going to be ideal, right? And some people are going to make mistakes from time to time. Some people are going to deliver what they promise, and some people will fail on some of those promises. But it's the relationships that stand the test of time are those that look at these as barriers to be overcome, as opposed to problems that we dwell on. And I think that that's the main area that can be expressed by being a light.
And I think this one will resonate with you as well, I think in every industry, but what's critical in marketing is that we learn quickly. This is something that is important to our own team internally, and also for us working with clients, is that we are in the marketing field, it's evolving quickly, and we need to stay on top of our game. We need to know which tactics are changing, which social medias are new. What do we need to do to compete for you so that you can be the top of your market? So really learning quickly is at the heart of how we run our company and ultimately your marketing.
Learning quickly is also, coming to terms with experimentation and feeling comfortable with trying one thing and then learning from that outcome and then trying something different in order to test it. Finally, our most important value, I would say, and one of the hardest ones to really ensure that we're on the same page with, but hopefully for many of our clients we really are, is knowing the goal. And we start every conversation with you with that in mind first. What is the goal? And really, it's so important that every single task that ends up being enacted by us and single thing that we ask of you is conscious of that superordinate goal that we together have established as the most important thing. And I think that if we all keep our mind on that and keep that top of the page in every endeavor, then we can't help but have a very positive relationship that aims toward that goal.
If these values resonate with you, if this is something that you want more of in your life, if you don't, that's totally fine too. But if this speaks to you, and really that's why we're sharing this, because we find that people that share the same values as us really are ready to take the next step and go to the next level with us and really have the courage to do that, then get in touch, take our quiz, really take one of the next steps that you'll find on our website. If you haven't taken our score, premium practice score yet, then do that quiz first so that you get on the road to kind of finding out what it is that you can do to improve your practice and ultimately move or nudge your practice to the next level. Are you ready or considering taking your practice to the next level? If you are, then I've got a simple 15-minute exercise for you. The best thing for you to do is to have a chat. What we'll do is we'll figure out exactly where you are, what your challenges are, where you'd like to get to. And at the end of that, I'll be able to really clearly let you know if there are some things that we believe that at a world-class level, you're leaving on the table. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. Find out if you're leaving money on the table and if there's things that you can do in the next 2 years to double your practice. I look forward to meeting you.